Well, it's a process that started 10 years ago, but plans to regain the country's airspace are now taking off. Officials said today they're now one step closer to making it a reality. In this report, find out how much the country stands to benefit.
Taking control of our airspace could mean mega bucks for the country. Minister of Transport and Aviation Glenys Hannah Martin recently returned from a meeting in Washington and said she's pleased with U.S. officials on the matter. She noted that headway was made some 10 years ago, so there's not much work left to be done.
The process was sort of stalled, but catching up now. But the main thing now would be engaging in dialogue with the United States of America. That's the main thing, because they're the ones who control the airspace, have done so for 50 years, and so that is what that's the next process, to begin engaging in this dialogue, which I am anticipating and hoping will not be for an extended period of time, because we know the issues, and so we should be able to fine-tune them.
The U.S. government has held control of our airspace for over 50 years. So the question is, could they be receptive to giving up this hold? Hannah Martin says while dialogue has been established, discussions have not gotten that far as yet.
But based on what we understand, they understand it's our airspace. They have been managing it. We haven't yet determined in the short term what the arrangement will be. The FAA is a very efficient air management service, so we don't have that fear as a Bahamian government in terms of efficiency of management of airspace.
Hannah Martin says, however, that before we can take control, there are several things that we have to do, and added that the upgrades for the airport tower and new equipment is just the start.
One of the main issues at this time is the issue of collection of overflight fees, which is now being collected by a third state. And so that is going to be the central issue immediately in the short term. Ultimately, the Bahamas would wish to build capacity to manage its own airspace, but that would be a process. It requires a lot of steps, including technology, manpower, search and rescue. There are a lot of things to do to build capacity for a flight information region management. But in the immediate short term, we want to normalize the relations between the two countries as it relates to the airspace.
Now, while she could not put a timeline on how long it will take to acquire our airspace, Hannah Martin says she hopes that these talks with government officials can move the process along sooner rather than later. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.